St. Louis, Missouri, the home of the Cardinals, is known as one of the best baseball cities in the world. The Cardinals are one of the most successful and storied franchises in all of sports. And here you are, a Cardinals fan, screaming at the top of your lungs, telling everyone you're the best fan in baseball. No one is a bigger fan than you. And you don't have a clue how all of this happened, do you? You don't even know how baseball got to St. Louis. Well, shut up and listen, and I'll tell you the legend of how baseball first came to the Mound City. In 1910, Al Spink wrote The National Game, a book about the history of baseball across the country. For Missouri, he tells the story of Shepard Barclay. Note, not Lab Barclay, although that would have been better. A lot cuter. I'd have gotten a lot more clicks for sure. No, but Shepard Barclay, who has one big advantage over the dog. He's really, really old. So old that he tells the story about actually being present for the moment baseball was introduced to St. Louis. Even better, Barclay is a former Missouri Supreme Court justice, so we're talking about a completely 100% trustworthy source. Barclay told Al Spink his story, probably in an elderly voice. It was in the early 50s that Mr. Fruin brought the game to St. Louis. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. Put it on the board, let the people see it. Basically, baseball had been invented in New York with the more modern rules. And from New York, Mr. Fruin came from the east over to St. Louis, laid out a diamond on the field in Lafayette Park, and taught people how to play the new modern game of baseball. That's how it all began. The story is perfect. Jeremiah Fruin ended up being a St. Louis institution. Known as the father of St. Louis baseball, he was one of the main leaders of the early amateur teams. Shepard Barclay was one of those players and later an honored member of the court. And Lafayette Park, of course. It's Lafayette Park. It had to be Lafayette Park. Historic and wonderful, it's the oldest park west in the Mississippi, and it still exists today. You can still go there, and you can still watch baseball. And I'm talking old-timey 1800 style vintage baseball, where teams compete for, yeah, that's right, the Shepard Barclay Trophy on the same plot of land where the great game first found its way to St. Louis over 150 years ago. It's the perfect story for the perfect baseball town. There's just one tiny little issue. It is all crap. Luckily, this would be the last time Missouri would have to worry about a government official not being completely honest. And this is CardAnnals, giving you the real history of the St. Louis Cardinals.